today is the 8th day of our group's trip. We spent 5 days in Great Britain and Scotland. And now it's the 3rd day since our group arrived in Ireland. In the last video, I told you about how we spent an excursion day in Dublin, where our group visited during this day and what was offered to see additionally. Now it's early morning, and we are leaving Dublin for a couple of days to drive around the Emerald Isle, as Ireland is also called, especially its southern part.
So the building to our right is the Dublin railway station. From here you can get trains down to Cork, to Galway and Wexford, and up to Belfast and Londonderry.
Today, we have 2 stops planned at popular tourist locations. It took us almost 3 hours to get to the first one, and by this time we were almost there. It's called the Rock of Cashel. It's in County Tipperary, near the town of Cashel. We've arrived at the auto park. But first, and for a better overview, a view from above. Cashel means stone fortress. This picturesque complex has a unique character and is one of the most remarkable collections of Celtic art and medieval architecture ever found in Europe. Situated high above the town, the Rock of Cashel dominates the surrounding area and offers stunning views of the lush emerald green landscape around it. And are now about to begin the steep climb up the rock. But I'm telling you that for such an elder as me, climbing this rock was not an easy task. You see what a steep climb we had to overcome. But we coped and were ready to get to know the ancient history of Ireland better. But first, a selfie. Nowadays, it began tourists' routine. Let's begin the tour. This place has more than 1,000 years of history, and many tragic and joyful events have happened here. To tell about this in more detail I'd had needed another video, so I will limit myself to very brief information. This is the entrance to the castle complex through the Vicar's Hall, restored and renovated in 1975. I will return here a little later. First, I will walk around the castle from the outside. This plateau is home to one of the oldest working cemeteries in Ireland, with burials believed to date back to the early 5th century, when the kings of Munster ruled here. This must have been their domain. There is an extensive collection of tall crosses, tombstones, and vaults, including some intricately carved ones. The earliest identifiable tombstone is from 1503. The Register of Burials also lists burials from 1930, including those of kings and bishops. We have been gathered here by a guide to tell us about the history of the castle, and also about Scully Cross, which I am now heading to. Scully Cross is a historic mausoleum from 1870, a 50-foot-high Celtic cross. Its ring top was destroyed by lightning in 1976 and now lies in ruins on the ground. This mausoleum was commissioned by Vincent Scully and his family and serves as their burial place. In clear weather, this mausoleum looks better than it does on my video now. And look at the magnificent view. Green fields everywhere. But let's get back to the castle. Now, after the reconstruction in 1975, it looks better than in this photo taken 5 years earlier. They restored what could be reconstructed. For example, Cormac's Chapel. I showed it to you when I passed by it earlier, but I missed the entrance and therefore did not go inside. I will show you a couple of photos instead. This chapel was named after King Cormac mac Carthaig. He ordered its construction in 1127, but was officially consecrated only 7 years later. This is how it looks after the restoration today. With such lighting, the ancient architecture looks impressive. Now about the round tower. This building is 91 feet high, the oldest structure here. It was built around the beginning of the 12th century. Moreover, it is well preserved, but part of the tower was filled with mortar for stability. There is an entrance for visitors from the side of the cathedral, and you can go up to the observation deck. I will return to this photo again to show the remains of the cathedral building, built in the form of a cross in the middle of the 13th century. Now let's go inside this cathedral. Of course, now without the roof, which was removed in the middle of the 18th century, the building looks deserted. The roof was removed by order of Arthur Price, an Anglican bishop, most likely for safety. During the Irish Wars of Confederation, the building was badly damaged, as were many important religious artifacts. But you can still imagine this magnificent building as it once was. The sky now replaces the roof and fills the interior with rays of light, illuminating its architectural features. Before leaving the cathedral, it should be said that the rock of Cashel has another name, the Rock of St. Patrick. And why is that? There is a legend that in the middle of the 5th century, St. Patrick, being a Christian missionary in Ireland, converted the ruling King Angus to Christianity on this rock. Subsequently, 7 centuries later, in memory of this legend, the Christian religious center was erected in that very place, which we are now leaving to head to another attraction, Blarney Castle. There is some special stone there that you are invited to kiss. Why and how? More on that later. It took a little over an hour to get to the village of Blarney. About 2,500 people live here. Somewhere here, there is a restaurant where we will have lunch before heading to the castle. Well, here we are.
Such a wonderful place. Guys, where is happy faces? I'm tired.
Well, yes. After such tiring walks to the rock.
So we're now in County Cork, which is the largest of the Irish counties in the province of Munster.
Blarney Castle, where we are going now, is a 15-minute drive from this town. It must be said that it is not only the castle and its magic stone that attract visitors there. There is also a huge garden, a poisonous garden. We are almost there.
Guys, this is where we're going to. This is where the coach park is. Declan's kindly driving past us as you see. If you just all accumulate just outside here, I'm going to run in and get the tickets. Can you take a map and pass them on? Take a map and pass them on. Thank you very much. Thank you.
James, do you want to... Okay.
Yeah.
The sign says the rules for visitors. I hope it is not dangerous to breathe the air here. I am kidding, of course. There is a cafeteria and toilets ahead. Everything that bus travelers need. So why does the garden have such a scary name? The garden was created to tell visitors about poisonous plants that can be found both in the wild and in our own gardens, vegetable gardens, for those who have them, of course. Now I see yellow tulips.
No, maybe we bring it with us.
I hope
Nice
so.
weather.
That'd be nice.
We brought it here. Oh, yeah, yeah. Look at this.
Look how many daffodils are blooming here. It is so beautiful. A river flows through the park, and we slowly walk to the castle. There are only daffodils around, and this is because it is the beginning of April. Everyone is actively taking selfies. And I, of course, too.
That's cool.
Who is it?
Is this a wolf or a werewolf? We are approaching Blarney Castle. It was originally a wooden hunting lodge built in the 10th century and was replaced by a stone castle in the early 13th century. The current building was completed by Dermot McCarthy, King of Munster, in the year 1446. Well, here we are inside. This tower house is 90 feet high. The walls at the base are 18 feet thick and gradually narrow as they rise, which we will soon check.
Okay, let's try. Maybe I can do it.
Actually, the last stop on the Titanic here.
Okay, it's what? We have to go here?
Yes, ma'am.
You sure?
Not many 6 feet in.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Wow.
Oh, these are the stairs you're talking about.
I specially recorded this climb on camera so that I could laugh at my efforts later.
Так, тут надо держаться. Так. Okay. Ага. I'm still alive. Оп. Так. Ну-ка, вот здесь. Nothing.
Olga, you're on Facebook Live, just FYI.
Go ahead.
This is Olga.
Oh.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Oh. We're under the rope.
Ой. Так. Совсем чуть-чуть осталось. Ой. Так.
Just a little bit left and I'll be there.
No, I'm going to get rest a little bit.
Okay.
Так.
Instructions: how to prepare yourself for kissing the stone.
The last. Какая я молодец. Неужели я забралась?
So, what is this stone kissing ritual? There, under the battlements of the southern wall, there is a limestone block built into the wall. This is the Blarney stone, which is said to grant eloquence to whoever kisses it. And this can only be achieved by hanging upside down. I don't know what the connection is between increased talkativeness and kissing the stone. I can only say that licking it is mentioned in more ancient sources. Somehow not very hygienic in my opinion. What do you think? The word Blarney as an expression of dubiousness is attributed to Elizabeth I of England, who used it, disputing the promises of Lord Blarney. And I had an idea that this popular expression, blah, 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 about meaningless chatter, maybe this is where it came from?
People kissing the stone. Опа. Brandy,
It's okay. You just let me know how it goes, Brandy.
luck flying to you. Good luck flying to you.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Be the luckiest woman in the world.
This is how we support Brandy, our friend. This is how the process of kissing the stone goes up close.
Oh my gosh, that was a good kiss.
I decided that I was already talkative enough and did not kiss this stone, for which I soon suffered severe punishment.
I don't think Brittany was.
Means you can influence anyone and anything then. Means you can beguile.
И сейчас в обратном порядке. Опа. Так. Да.
Here they give out photos of the process of kissing the stone. Remember passing by this strange structure? I did not know then that it was a pillory. And for the fact that I dared to ignore the kiss with the stone, I was crucified on the pillory of shame. For a couple of minutes? So I did not have time to feel ashamed. Ha ha. And this is a photo about the castle as a keepsake. Before leaving the park, we walked around it a little more. Still, it was interesting to see at least some dangerous plants. After all, they are even kept in cages. There should be signs nearby with information about their toxicity, historical use in medicine, and in modern use. But we saw nothing of the kind. Probably these plants have not yet grown in April. So we go to the bus. Now we are heading to the southwest of the island, to the town of Tralee in County Kerry. The Irish name Tralee means bank of the River Lee, in honor of the local river. The population here is just over 26,000, and it is the largest settlement and the capital of County Kerry, called the Kingdom. The town was founded in the 13th century by the Anglo-Normans. Of course, it has its historical attractions, such as the ruins of a medieval castle and a Dominican abbey. But tomorrow morning, we plan to set off on a trip along the famous Ring of Kerry, a picturesque tourist route 111 miles long. Along the way, we will stop at interesting places. But more on that in the next video. For now, we are heading to the Rose Hotel, where we will stay for the night. The trip took about an hour and a half. I will tell you a little more about the town in the next video. Approaching our hotel. And here it is. It looks very nice. Let's see what kind of room awaits me. Well, the room is decent. The bathroom has everything you need. The large bed already invites me to rest. There is coffee, tea, and water on the table. Everything suits me. I'll wrap it up here and see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone.